In the past 2 days, we covered the entire agenda of the digital transformation, starting from the global challenges. We discussed the WSIS 20 plus review process and the evolution of international approaches to AI regulation, and down to industry-specific things such as healthcare, business, high-tech industry. We talked about technological sovereignty. That was the first session of today. We talked about child safety and the way safe internet changes the economy and the society in general. And now I'd like to invite to the stage participants in the closing ceremony. These are the supervisors and the graduates of our special course that was traditionally convened before the forum. And as I promised at the very outset, a year ago, we presented a book called International Internet Governance, edited by Elena Zinovieva. She's right here, and the books are right here. And you can grab a copy right outside this conference hall. On the left-hand side, you will find a table. If you didn't get a copy last year, you can get one tonight free of charge, and you can even ask Elena to sign your copy. So I want us to briefly discuss the following. Everything is changing at a rapid pace, approaches change. What has happened during the past year in terms of internet governance? People said that time and again that we need to write a book on AI governance. Elena Zinovieva, PhD in politics. The floor is all yours. I hope you can hear me. Thank you so much. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the CCTLD and Andrei personally for their help in co-authoring the book. When we thought about the content of the book, well, on the one hand, we wanted to make it as useful as possible for the widest target audience, and on the other hand, we wanted to take into account not just the Russian stance. Despite the fact that the book was for the Russian audience, though we wanted to discuss what has changed by 2025. You all read the book by Ivan Korbali. I even translated it. So we decided to go in a different way. Through the eyes of diplomacy, international cooperation and policy, we decided to analyze the trends relevant for 2025. This is the content of the book. First, we try to define the definition, then we started analyzing the changes. Rise of China. The internet of today is not the internet of the 1990s. Back then, we believed that the internet was a global environment, and everyone would emphasize back then the transborder nature, the difficulties and challenges in controlling data flows. It's no longer the case. We're talking about the fragmentation or fencing off of the national internet. So different terms and definitions could be used here. So China is one of the hubs. The BRICS as a new center of digital governance, as a new alternative hub. Latin America, Africa become the fields of operations for competing various competition of various companies and geopolitical forces, but they also become entities who take part in developing internet governance. Another observation is that new domains in internet governance appear. When the agenda was shaped, we talked about domain names. Right now, one of the key issues is green internet. How much power is spent on data centers? Water resources are not always husbanded, and of course, this issue becomes more relevant with every passing year. AI is another topic that we touched upon, and cryptocurrencies and the distributed ledger technologies or blockchains were important. Digital sovereignty was another great example. Cryptocurrencies are also part of the political agenda. So as for the changes, if I still have time, I just wanted to mention that I run a course on internet governance, and every week we have much to discuss with the students. There is always a piece of news that we can discuss and act out in a business simulation. Who governs the internet? States, large corporates, engineers, AI developers. Who has the last say? How come decisions are made in this way? What's the ongoing international political context? Everything is changing at a rapid pace, just like AI. So I would say that most of the trends reflected in the book published in 2025 are still relevant. The rise of the global south and the multipolar world. Fragmentation of the internet, you can call it splinternet, or you can use any other term, but states want to strengthen their digital borders. While in the past, this term was something that everyone argued against, especially this is true for academia. Now the digital borders, technological sovereignty or digital sovereignty are the terms and definitions that we use all the time. AI back in 2025 was one of the key issues. Now it's just one of the few. The internet used to be US centric, and AI envisions multiple hubs of force. Geopolitical emphasis is different. Information security is becoming more relevant, and MFA will probably mention the Hanoi Declaration and Russia's role in the contemporary discourse. Green internet, environmental protection is yet another important issue included in the international agenda. And by the way, AI at the present time is not just the civilian AI discussed at the UN level. We are also talking about military AI. Geopolitical standoff between Iran and the US in the Middle East has been discussed time and again. And military AI plays a very important role in that conflict. And Israeli offensive capacities are based on AI. The same is true for Iran. And this is a very important political bullet in the geopolitical agenda. So to sum up, I would say that the main trends since 2020, following the COVID-19 pandemic, fragmentation, geopolitical tensions, and multipolar world are basically the same. But the main trend is not about geopolitics, it's about technology. And this is what people started calling the fifth industrial revolution. Jointly with Bear, we are launching a very interesting project on wearable rings. And wearables become a part and parcel of our lives. They analyze our biometrics in real life, in real time. These are neuromorphic systems. It's not just IoT, it's the Internet of People via AI technologies. Of course, that raises a bunch of new ethical and political issues, so they will have to be analyzed. And I believe that it's important to include into the academic agenda so that experts do not follow in the footsteps of the technological development, but the other technology. We had a separate session on WSIS plus 20. So I'll be really brief. It's a milestone, 20 years. The UN General Assembly adopted a resolution. You can have multiple interpretations of this paper, but such papers are always a compromise, and it was great to see that the digital sovereignty was reflected there and the international information security, the global digital compact. And Russia's stance was reflected in this paper. The IGF was created as a permanent body of the UN, and it envisions intersessional collaboration. So, internet governance, just like any other bullet in the digital agenda, has become part and parcel of the international digital agenda. But it's a broader issue because we're talking about technical assistance, information security, AI, and so on and so forth. So, in this sense, our book preempts some of these bullets. But of course, the second edition will focus more on AI, especially given the fact that we have much to share with the world. So by and large, I would say that internet governance is a broad issue that on the one hand is structured around the technical infrastructure, and it would be wrong to deny it. Political and economic significance and governance of internet names and numbers are important. However, internet governance is more about digital geopolitical fight for the future of digital international relations. AI is the key resource for the authorities that completely changes the society. Well, the AI is so fast that we are now witnessing the fifth industrial revolution, despite the fact that we didn't see the fourth one. But these technologies are becoming part and parcel of our daily lives, no matter in what industry you work. You face them on a daily basis, and they transform everything into a new domain. So internet governance is no longer about managing names and numbers, internet names and numbers. We're talking about an artificial social environment that penetrates our daily lives. I'm almost done. And that results in multipolar international digital relations. Once again, thank you so much for supporting our initiative on writing the book. Thank you so much. That was very precise, and you described all the right bullets of internet governance. We have the Youth Council who are ready to start working on the second edition of the book, and actually they want to be engaged in writing a book on AI governance. And given the fact that many of them will be defending their PhD thesis, I believe that the second edition is going to be great, and the book on AI governance is going to be great. Yelena, thank you so much for supporting all the youth initiatives. By the way, our forum, I wanted to say that our forum is the only one conducted in Russian, but actually now Belarus and Kyrgyzstan also hosted their Internet Governance Forum, fora also convened in Russian, but the summer school and the special course that we run every single year are the only ones to be conducted in Russian. We pay much attention to youth track, and for the sixth time in a row, we ran a special course for the young experts and people from all over the country submitted their requests, their applications. There were 150 of them, and I'd like to pass on the floor to Arevik Martirosyan, the supervisor of the special course for the young experts. And Anastasia Savelyeva, the supervisor of the summer school, is here in this conference hall. So, Anastasia, the floor is yours. The mic is on. Great. I just wanted to see an LED light. Good evening, everyone. I'll be real brief. From the get-go, I want to say that there are multiple youth initiatives, and what the council does, and we have an entire community of alumnus. Not all of them are in the youth council, but nevertheless, many of them keep on collaborating with us. They deep dive into what we do. We come up with master classes, various games, which is great. And I just wanted to mention that because the youth council is something that we can take pride in. And over the years, we have shaped a great pool of guys, which is good news, and this is something to be proud of. it's not just about informing the youth, it's about engaging them in organizing various events. And by the way, this special course is a succession of activities. By the way, I'll be giving the floor to some of our alumnus. They will share their experience, if you don't mind, because these are great experts who will probably be engaged in the future in updating the summer school program. Now, if I may, I just wanted to mention that, the the youth council is great, and the youth takes an active part in the IGF, in the global IGF, in the Russian IGF. They publish various articles, and delivering speech is not the only task. Preparing for a session, coming up with a list of participants, shortlisting the items to be included in the agenda, summing up the outcomes, analyzing these reports, providing intelligence, engaging other people, raising awareness of the digital environment, are all important tasks. We have discussion clubs that are attended by our alumnus. So we always strive to achieve more. We want more, and we see a stable increase in the interest. The ecosystem of the projects that we are currently witnessing can be scaled up, and this year the summer school is going to be updated. The new format will aim to cover more new participants. Of course, there are certain limitations. We will start using other platforms, and we will improve the summer school. And now, if I may, I'd like uh, to play Arivik's video footage, because she was unable to join us online personally, but she shot a video, and she would probably confirm what I mentioned. She'll be talking about the scale and the ability to follow various projects. Let's play the video. Well, we cannot hear anything. We see the image, but we don't see the footage.
Arivik is the alumni of the summer school, and she has gained a lot of experience since then. She uh, worked at the MFA, and she continues her research at the Diplomatic Academy. One of our alumni has also worked at the Ministry of Digital Development. Alessia is currently working, one of our other graduates, she's working in the regional government, one of the Russian regions. And actually, we are very much inspired by our graduates because they are so creative. They come up with so many new projects, and they have the ability to implement them. Amazing. Russian Forum on Internet Governance. It's been 6 weeks a year. It's the first time that I'm attending this forum as someone who is supporting the IGF. And in recent years, I was first the attendee, was a student at the course, then I became a lecturer, then I became an expert, and now I am involved with this forum as a curator. That's why it matters to me personally to be able to present to you the results of this course. The program, the curriculum is getting more and more complex, and the new generation of the researchers in the digital agenda is growing strong. We received 130 applications, which is more than in year one of this program, and it confirms that young people are very much interested in various matters related to technological development and internet governance. We received applications from Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Serbia. Most applicants are young people, not older than 22 years of age, And the majority and the remaining people are aged 23 to 27. We had students in the bachelor programs, master's programs, and also young researchers. We received many applications from girls. More than 60% of all applicants are ladies. And we had to go through several stages of selection, and we admitted 95 people to the program. The special course traditionally remains not just a series of educational lectures, it is still a full-fledged a research platform that aims at making sense of the current processes in the digital environment. In the logic of the Russian international agenda, we focus on various themes that correlate with the this year's IGF agenda. In this season, we talked about global digital cooperation as part of the WISS plus 20. We spoke about legal regulation of generative AI and the future of AI in general, the role of media advertising in world economy, safety of children and teenagers, and responsible behavior online. We also talked about how cloud technologies are transforming given the policy of digital sovereignty. Interactive seminars played an important role in the program. The participants prepared their own statements and they also received extensive feedback on the logic of their research, the quality of the wording that they chose, and other parameters. We extended the scope of the program. Instead of two, we held three seminars, and the discussions went along several thematic vectors, and we invited representatives of the Youth Council to participate in these discussions. Our work became much more informed, much more intensive, and the greatest result of this course is that the course performs not only educational functions, but it is a career orientation tool for many attendees. It is the first experience in research. It is the first step into scientific work. The program has been around 5 years. Its graduates keep working on the topics, and they are active participants of the Youth Council. The special course shapes a steady community of young experts. Today's presentation of the final papers is an important output of all the work that we carried out, and every thematic block that you can see now on the slides, it shows not only the interest of the youth to a particular problem, it helps us build a comprehensive picture of how internet governance transforms and which legal solutions are possible along different dimensions as a response to these transformations. I am very much under the impression of this group. I can see that all of the attendees are here for a reason. They're very much motivated. They are willing to argue and to search for the best wording and interpretations. For me, as a curator, it is the most important indicator. During the course, you witness not just a mere education process, you participate in a discussion platform, collect questions from young researchers, and they inspire each other for further thinking. The special course is not just preparing the final paper for the RIGF, it's a space where people learn to think conceptually and to work with the various problems as subject matter for serious analysis and to enter the professional community. For me, as someone who has been through all the stages and trajectories of the special course, it is especially valuable to see that the program facilitates personal and professional growth of our students. And before I express my gratitude to all participants and lecturers, I have to say that the digital digital agenda is not a narrow and a specialized sphere. It's actually one of the main work streams that is today shaping professional activity in communities. There is still a lot of space here to set new research questions, to find your own approaches to evolve their professional and personally. So I'd like to wish everyone not to limit themselves by today's presentations and by the course, but to keep developing this agenda in your and integrate it into your professional life. I'd like to thank all participants, lecturers, representatives of the Youth Council, and of course, that are you coordination center for cooperation, and a special thank you for all the students for their serious attitude, for their engagement, and for their owning the topics that they selected for research. Alivik, thank you very much for being so much involved with this project, with this initiative. You did so much for the course. Now let's see what the results are. Now I can see that the slides are here. What we did last year, I think, was quite good. Was quite good. The total paper is 42 pages long. There is a short summary, there is a presentation. You can find all these documents on the website. Alena Tseplankova, Alexandra Ivanitskaya, I hear they are our graduates, and we should, I think, give the floor to our graduates, to get it from the horse's mouth, so to say. Sure, and the mic? Where's the mic? Testing, testing. I'm a co-lead of the gamification working group and the expert of the Creative Industries Council, and I'm also head of the project in game as science. We systematized our statements in accordance with the agenda, including platform fragmentation, AI, cybersecurity, protecting children, everything that we mentioned. One idea that brings all these statements together is turning words into actions where technology doesn't substitute a law. Human control remains a priority. I would like to emphasize two main concepts present in these statements. Algorithmic risk, one of the co-students suggested this wording, and what it means is distributed accountability for all stakeholders of the AI life cycle. And the second one, which is related to my professional career, is the initiative of video games. It's the suggestion to develop this segment of educational online games in order to cyber literacy and cyber security. So it means that video games is not just education. It enables youth not just as pupils in this course as students, but as co-authors. I know it from personal experience. I now know that I can contribute to writing this final paper. There is a way to coordinate our positions, and these statements will become basis for real discussions and real final resolutions, like I said. And the fact that this course is an annual event, and every year young experts prepare this document, this means that we, young experts, we are seen not as an object of regulation, but rather as equals, as peers in shaping the policy. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the organizers. I would like to thank you for your very active contribution. Hi, my name is Elena Splakova. I teach criminal law at MGIMO, and I'm a researcher at the AI Center. I'm member of the Young Research Council of MGIMO, and I'm also an alumni of the RIGF special course. So it's wonderful to make personal contribution into this process. In international cooperation, we know from that experience, for instance, that first there is soft law, then there is some standardization taking place because technical people are usually ahead of the lawyers, and only after that the lawyers join the process to try to figure out what to do with what has already been established. And AI has been around for about 50 years, say, right, and the attention of the youth today is focused on AI, given the draft laws that the government is currently debating in AI, and given our need to become institutional leaders. Um, and there is now multiple world in shaping. So it all pertains directly to the internet governance. Unfortunately, there is a disbalance between the protection of the rights, and we need to establish proactive position and to give voice to everyone. We need to understand how not to fight, but rather to lead the problem, which will stop being a risk and become an assistant in this sphere. Thank you, Helena, for bringing up this new generation of researchers. Yes, thank you very much. And I think that would be logical to continue this discussion with the next book, where we wanted to present a compilation. It's a joint compilation that the Center for Global IT Cooperation prepared together with DMO. I would like to pass the floor to colleagues. They will do better introduction of that. Please welcome Roman Shumraev. He is expert analyst of Competence Center for Global IT Cooperation, and Nikolai Pichurgin from MGIMO. Yes, indeed. This compilation, this book is a tradition of our forum, and year on year, the number of articles published is growing. Am I right? Yes, colleagues, dear friends, guests of this forum, as has been already that our compilation has become an inalienable tradition of this forum, a good tradition. But I am still feeling, a bit nervous wherever I get to the stage to present this piece of work, which I'm very proud. This book brought together a lot of very different people. Some of them are recognized experts, others making the first steps on this journey. In my opinion, that is exactly the main value of this book, of this publication. Again, here we marry, or we ensure the succession of generations. We ensure experience exchange and knowledge transfer. This year, we decided to collect statistics on our publication. And the results speak for themselves. And we are very much inspired by these results. In the past 5 years, We published papers from more than 100 authors, 90 articles in total. Topics are very diverse: internet governance, throughout technologies, fintech, cybersecurity, AI ethics, even linguistics and space research, space exploration. You may think that these topics have little to do with AI, but in fact, there is a very strong connection. And all these subject matters are covered from different perspectives by young researchers and experienced researchers who both of these categories always make new discoveries. We were very happy when we received publications from across the country, but we were especially happy when we started getting letters from Asia, Africa, Europe, from all the continents, Latin America. We are getting many emails in the English language. This year, for instance, we received 6 letters. We sent several. We received several articles in English. We published some of the sent articles. Other papers will have to undergo a review, but our publication is the manifestation of the global IT cooperation for which our center was established. And on the subject of cooperation, I have to express my gratitude to our wonderful partners, including the School of International Information Security, Arivik Martirosyan, who spoke today, and also our collaborator, Anna Sitnikana Moisеева, who contributed to editing this monumental publication, and you colleagues made it a momentous event in the history of RIGF. I hope that our cooperation will keep expanding in the future. So here is the list of authors and papers published. As you have seen in the charts on the earlier slide, we cover such topics as AI ethics, digital sovereignty, and social and cultural aspects of digitalization, which is a cross-disciplinary topic. It is very important to retain the links between AI, information technologies, and the daily life, daily routine, and the humanities. I'll remind you that more than one half of the authors in today's publication are young researchers, some of them are present here on the stage. They're still studying or they have just started their career in this domain. In conclusion, I invite you to follow the links and to praise the work of our colleagues for yourselves. I'd like to pass the floor to Nikolai Pichugin, my colleague. Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me the floor. I will be very brief. I would like to say a huge thank you to the Deputy Director of the Coordination Council, Andrei Romanov, for his incredible contribution into engaging the youth section, the young researchers into this publication. The School of International Information Security also participated actively in this work as editors and as writers, as those who submitted papers. Arivik Martirosyan, Nikita Solovyov, Sergei Sibekin. Thank you. As a result, we made sure that 26 out of 39 final papers were included into this publication. The School of International Information Security is a think tank. For 3 years in a row, we have been organizing an international youth conference on information security, and we would be happy to welcome all colleagues who might be interested in attending this event. I would like to thank once again all colleagues who participated in organizing and publishing this compilation. You have already seen the page with all the QR codes. And thank you, everyone, one more time. Thank you. I would like to say that many people are asking, is this publication released on paper? Well, not this year. You can download it at the forum's website. You can download it from the Coordination Center's website, from the Center for Global IT Cooperation as well. But this is an important document because it is a snapshot of the day. And if you are interested in this discipline, internet governance, that can be a great support to all of you. I'd like to thank everyone who enabled this forum. This is the 16th Russian Internet Governance Forum, and we are about to close our work. What else? Is there anything? Oh, that's Vadim Glushenko is here. Vadim is the director of the Center for Global IT Cooperation, and he is the co-organizer of the forum. I was not sure that she'll make it on time, but you have the floor. Thank you very much. I was very much in a hurry. I wanted to make it here because this forum is a real tradition. It's a pillar. Russia is strong in its traditions, is one of its strengths, and it's this is the year of digital events, and it would be very strange to live through this year without attending this forum. This year's forum is very exciting. Actually, year on year, we are trying to make it more and more relevant to the today's agenda, together with colleagues. And where we started yesterday, if you remember, Mr. Chengetay Masango made delivered a video message. He works in the global IGF, right? And we are part of this community, if you will, and he reminded us that the United Nations Internet Governance Forum becomes a standing UN body, which is a major step forward, I think. And for our forum, this is a certain bar that we need to keep raising every year. Now, this year's forum talked about national content and strengthening the role of the national languages of Russia. I think that it's the initiative that we need to maintain at the top of the agenda. It's, I think, an interesting, important topic for any country in the world. Now, I'd like to thank all the organizers, all the speakers, all the attendees, and the viewers, everyone who was watching us online and who were present here offline, for your interest towards the forum, for your participation. A special thank you for translators. This year is it was an international conference. This year we had many international speakers, and I would like to thank the .ru.rf Coordination Center. Every success in all your endeavors, in all your events. Yesterday we celebrated Runa's birthday. Another important tradition. Can't imagine a RIGF without such a celebration, such a birthday party. Thank you, Vadim. Stay somewhere close by because we are going to take a family picture at the closing of the forum. You know, usually we inform people about the future venue of the global forum. Usually, the national fora are held in at the start of the year, in the middle of the year. Usually, it's the regional fora that are held, and at the end of the year, the global forum takes place. And yes, in the past, the mandate for global internet governance forum were extended by 5 years, 10 years, etc. But now it's a standing body. We don't know yet where the global IGF will be organized this year. We haven't heard the news yet, but we'll keep you posted. The Center for Global IT Cooperation is in the lead and preparing the delegation, and the Youth Council is also happy to be involved in organizing the delegates. Would like to thank the translators. We have wonderful translators, and those who watch the um, uh, forum in the English version, they also praise the translators. Would also like to thank our AV team. We know that we had challenges with the internet channels, with the broadcast, and I would like to thank them for standing strong in front of all these uh, hardships. We'd like to thank Mr. Romanov, who has already been mentioned here, because he contributed greatly to organizing the event. And next day we will start, some when we'll
Oh,
see you in 2027 at the Russian IGF. Goodbye. And here are the souvenirs to our wonderful speakers. And let's take a picture together with you. Yeah, I think we can gather in front of the stage. And then coffee is served outside in the lobby. Thank you.